Welcome back, I'm Tedward, and this is a 1994 Mazda Miata, but it has 440 horsepower. This turbo NA Miata is honestly terrifying. I'm gonna take you out for a drive. We're gonna go as hard as we can safely on public roads, but I'm not gonna lie, I was unaware how sketchy and terrifying these can be. It's built. All right, so first, let me just show you around the car. We're on Fox coilovers. We've got wilwood brakes. You've got to make this thing handle and stop. We've got safety components added, like this nice roll bar and some sweet Sparco racing seats. Now, these are hard mounted to the floor. They're not on sliders, so I took the liberty of giving myself a pillow so I can sit in here. So first, let me just pop the hood and show you what we're working with. And I'm gonna grab this hood prop over here. Very technical. I love it when people build psycho cars. Oh, baby. Look at that, what a genius. All right, so don't boost your stock block too much, right? You don't wanna make more than like 275 to 300 horsepower on a stock block. This one has been built. So yes, it has the original stock crank, but it has upgraded, forged pistons and rods and all kinds of good stuff. We're actually working with R35 coils to keep up with this thing. There's your big old Borg-Warner turbo, putting out about 22 PSI. And as pretty as it is under here, it doesn't matter because this is all about the driving experience. There's definitely no nannies on this car. Oh, and he's got the perfect keychain. All right, before we go for a drive, I just want to say shout out to Garage 42 storage facility up in Woburn, Massachusetts for helping support this video. They've got my M5 up in their beautiful climate controlled facility right now. So if you need to keep your baby safe for the winter or just for the foreseeable future, give the boys up at Garage 42 a call. All right, let's do it. That's how you know you've got a tuner car. And it's a Miata. We're gonna go top down. You will see me start in second gear. It's geared super crazy low. It's actually the NB 6-speed transmission and rear end. So first gear, pretty useless. The first thing I notice when I drive this car is this clutch catches immediately. The second you start coming off that pedal, you are moving. The car's so light that you're just gonna go. There's no waiting. The next thing is that the throttle is incredibly sensitive, probably too sensitive. I would back that off a little bit just to have more control over the modulation. We need to find some bigger roads. Who says that in a Miata? How are you in a Miata thinking, I don't have enough road to go wide open? Honestly, going wide open in this car already feels like it's gonna be terrifying. It revs to 8,200 RPM, pretty much right to the edge of the tack. I would never, ever give this to somebody who didn't have experience or respect for power. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I'm like a little scared of it. Let's go find some faster roads. This is gonna kill me. Your best options for making power in a Miata or building a power Miata. Number one, you're gonna do an LS swap in it. You do what the Fly Miata boys do. Number two, squirrel, don't kill yourself, thank you. Number two, you do a Honda swap. You get VTEC, you basically make an S2000 with a Miata. Very cool. Or number three, like this. You build up a 1.8 liter, strap a turbo to it, and send it to the friggin' moon. Wow. Wow. Oh my God. I'm not joking. Like I'm pretty blown away right now. I promise, this is not an act. I don't think I've even come to redline. I'm still sitting kind of around 7,500 RPM. Woo! But like I said, there are weak points in these cars, and once you've built up the internals of the engine, you've really just got to think about the gearbox and the rear end. So, you know, you're not going to see me slamming third because I don't want to give this poor guy a gearbox full of 6 neutrals when he gets it back. This is just so unnecessary. I love it. You know, when you have cars like this, it really means that you as the driver have to not die. You're in charge. It's all up to you whether you survive or not. I can light these tires up pretty much anytime I want, just with making a dumb move on that throttle. There's no ABS. It's a very light car on a relatively stiff suspension. I mean, it's compliant enough that I can daily drive it. I could definitely use this. But over big bumps, I mean, on throttle, at speed, you're gonna float. You know, you don't want to go airborne mid-corner in this car. If we're comparing this against that Turbo BRZ that I drove the other day, I mean, no question, this is significantly faster. I want to tell you about the steering and the dynamics. I mean, it's a Miata, but I'm so focused on not dying because I let the rear end loose. Boost spools fast. I mean, I'm having to think about this like I'm driving a drag car. You know, when you drive a drag car and you really want to get on it, you can't just go. You have to pick and choose the roads that you're on. If there's too many bumps, it doesn't matter if it's a straight line, it's too dangerous. I'm having to really put in the thought when I drive this that, hey, not only are you going in a straight line, but you're not going to hit a bump that's going to unsettle the car and kill you. I know we look at Miatas and think they're cute. This is anything but cute. Never done that to Miata before. Last time you made a pass like that in 6th gear in a Miata. I did once drive an NA Miata from Boston to Los Angeles. The gearing wasn't much better than this, but I was certainly not able to make passes. I can't believe you can just go 100 in this Miata. Scares me, but I can get used to it. I think you need seat time and stuff like this. So you just need to approach and slowly approach limits until you break them and realize, oh, that's what happens when you break the limits. You gotta teach yourself in cars like this, but holy cow. Sandro, don't give the keys to normal people, they'll die. And it's not like you gotta reach very far to get into the power. I mean, it's right there. There's no joke. I love it. I don't want to give it back, but I also don't want to die in it. Tumbleweeds everywhere, man. To think, was he being generous by letting me drive this car, or is he just trying to get me killed? I'm gonna be straight up. This car, totally overkill. You do not need 440 horsepower in an NA Miata. Is it fun? Oh yeah. I am having the best time. However, I will say, I don't know that I'd use this as like a track car. This is a hoot, man, on the street, because you get to just rip and you will blow the doors off of literally everybody. I mean, unless they're like legitimate drag cars that are built, this is pretty quick. You know, this is definitely faster than most people and most normal like tuner cars. So do you need to turbo your Miata? No, you don't need to do it, but this is a lot of fun. And if you've got passion for Miata, if you love the platform and you just want something that's just silly and outrageous and a little scary, this is an amazing, amazing way to build the car. Thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Don't forget, for the love of God, respect the drive, because man, if you don't do it in something like this, you're just gonna die. Terribly unsafe place to be. Oh my God. Teenagers, you just have to have the self-restraint not to unleash it everywhere. I got you, didn't I?